Hi, I'm Andrea. Welcome to my channel. Hi, today I've got my first medication for my hormone treatment, and it is called Estrogel, which is a gel which I'm going to rub on to my inner thigh, just one pump a day, and it's been prescribed by the gender clinic that I'm with, and my doctor there has recommended have the gel. So I'm going to see how that goes. I've not put any on yet. Of course I can't do it on camera because it's YouTube won't like that, of course, showing where to put it, sort of thing. But yes, so this is rather than you can have like sort of various pills or and things, or you can have patches, or there's the gel. And of course, again, don't go and buy this online anywhere. If you can get it, I don't know whether you can or not, but things like this, do not buy these without medical qualified medical person, a doctor or somebody sort of prescribing, because again you can cause all sorts of complications. You don't know what dose you're going to use, how much to put on, and you won't be monitored. So you definitely do need to do this through a doctor, and the doctor will monitor you. I've got to have blood tests every 3 months to monitor my situation and see how it all goes. I'm having the gel because it's better than having the pills for me, due to the operation I had the other year, with removing my stomach for the tumour and everything I had. So and they recommend the gel is a safer or better option anyway, and most likely work better. They say it does work fairly quickly, so how fast is quickly, I don't know. I'm not going to be like the next day I'm going to instantly turn into a woman, sort of thing, like fully featured woman sort of thing by tomorrow. It doesn't work that quickly, but of course it will work. I think I get the impression it starts to work fairly quickly. I mean, I know there are lots of people on YouTube who've done videos on this, on having medication and the effects after a month, 2 months, so on, 6 months, and a year down the line. So I'll see how that all develops, of course, and if I sort of develop sort of breast tissue, and I think my thighs might start getting a little bit sort of rounder, perhaps my face I think may get a little rounder, sort of fat distribution changes and things. And of course, again, like your various hairs on parts of your body will go softer, some will disappear maybe in some places. It doesn't, I don't think it's sort of a cure for any hair loss or anything. I mean, I'm fortunate that I've still got my hair, but of course those people who have sort of gone very thin, if you like, and got the male pattern baldness, of course you're probably not going to regain your hair, although you probably, hair transplants is probably the way to go on that, I would think. And so anyway, so I'm going to see how this goes. I'm not going to put this on, of course, on here, but if I can open, again, this is where I need my stun knife, and which I don't have with me. And again, it comes in sort of bottle like this, and I think that unscrews or pulls off. Probably break it. That's it. Yes, it's got a pump here. Just pump that down, just one squirt, and then just rub it on. And then the doctor says do say maybe one leg one day, and then the other leg the next day, and so on. And this we've got to carry on doing this for a month, then I'll get some more. So the doctors will. Then I've got to then put my blood test in, and hopefully I'll keep you informed of how I go and how this progresses, and so we'll see what happens. And you never know what changes. It's not going to affect your vocal cords as such. So I'm not going to suddenly. Oops, got a bit of wind. Sorry, I'm not suddenly going to start sounding ultra feminine as such. I mean, you have to try and train your voice and learn how to actually speak softer, and and sort of more flowy sort of voice, as a female does, of course. And of course, again, sort of listening to how women sound, of course, and the mannerisms and how they are. And of course, it's not going to change your psychology. It can, I think, it can affect you a little bit. Maybe you can have some mood swings and things. So if somebody tells you your bum looks big in this, you try not to hit that at them, try not to hit them, sort of thing. And yes, it's sort of so I've got all that to come, sort of thing. So so I hope my bum doesn't look big in this. And so anyway, but yeah, we've got but basically, always go to a doctor or qualified medical person who knows about sort of gender and transitioning and hormones and things like that, because they're the only people who will actually be able to advise you properly on what to take and how much to take and what they recommend you take. You always follow the advice of your doctor. I did when I had my illness. I did basically everything the doctor and the surgeons said. I followed their advice and followed their instructions, and I had to get fit by my operation, and the surgeon, he emphasised, couldn't emphasise enough how fit you had to get, sort of thing, because it was a huge operation. And of course, obviously I was fit enough, I got through it. So but yes, it's definitely I mean, doctors, they know better than what you do, sort of thing. And of course, unless you're a doctor yourself, of course. But yeah, they do know more than what you do. I mean, of course, I don't, I can read a book, but that doesn't make me a sort of a medical doctor. But anyway, but yeah, so hopefully this will the effects will start to show fairly soon, and they'll do an update maybe, well, I don't know, weekly update is probably a bit too much, but maybe a monthly update perhaps, see how I am next month, and then see if there's any changes, how quickly any changes come about, because I know there are lots of people who want to transition, and of course you get obviously, I mean, I'm sort of male to female, whereas of course you get some that are the female. In fact, actually it's 50-50, male to female and female to male is a 50-50 split. So apparently, and it's there's many girls or women want to become guys as there are sort of guys who want to become women. And so that's yeah, which is weird. I always used to think it was more guys wanted to become women for some reason, but maybe this is more like obviously on the TV side of it, the like transvestites, cross-dressers, that sort of thing. Obviously there's probably more men who cross-dress. I mean, women can, well, a lot of women cross-dress all the time. I mean, they put jeans on, they put trousers on, and they can borrow the partner's shirt or something, and or put a t-shirt on or something, and kind of dress in sort of guys sort of clothes, but they still look female. Whereas a guy kind of like dressing in female clothes, and he still looks like a guy. Everyone thinks, oh, you look silly, sort of thing. So it's kind of like it's not kind of like not fair, is it? In some ways, men get the raw deal there. But of course, but I think there's a lot more TVs and CDs out there. Of course. Of course, many, of course, in the closet, of course, they don't want to, they do it in secret because they're frightened of partners and wives and things that they might, don't want to lose, of course, if they find out, because they sort of, they don't like to, I suppose, they still see it as a bad thing. And it's sad, really, that people can't express themselves and be who they want, dress how they like, and again, if guys like to dress as women, just like as I say, like as a hobby, if you like, it's kind of it's a stress relief thing. It's something they like to do, and if guys want to dress, they should be able to. Just be able to express themselves, just relax, be who they want to be. Just even it's just that. you know, they might dress for a couple of hours or so or something. They have a stressful day at work, and then they just want to come home and they sort of just want to put a dress on or skirt on or something and just relax, chill out. And of course, it's sad when they can't do that. Not all guys, of course, want to do that, of course, you know. I mean, there's lots of men out there, I do that sort of thing, you know. And of course, you know, you know, you get those sort of, you know, guys like that, of course, you know, they're totally opposed to it. And, you know, and of course, they'd go down the pub and go to the rugby match and so on. You know, I'm a real man, you know, sort of like, you know, but yeah, but there are a lot of guys out there, you'd be surprised, all walks of life. A lot of guys do like to dress, and they, of course, don't like other people to know about it. They do it in secret, and it's sad, really, that they have to be forced to be, say, in the closet, so to speak. And but of course, transgender is again completely different thing. Which I mean, to start with, yes, I was like sort of dressing up in secret and things. There's no internet about when I was younger. I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't know what was going on. I thought, am I the only person who ever does this sort of thing? You know, no other men do this, you know. And so it's, and of course, then I sort of realised that I'm sort of, you know, I'm sort of transgender, and I'm wanting to transition from male to female. And of course, but of course, I've kind of suppressed it much of my life, of course, but now I can go ahead, and so things are moving forward. I've got over my illness, and I can now move ahead and start, hopefully this is the first stage, of course, and then we'll see how things go, whether I go on for any surgeries and things afterwards, a gender reassignment and all this sort of thing. That a lot depends on my health and my well-being, because I mean, as much as I want to transition and be, you know, be completely female, and I have to also consider my health as well, of course, and so it's yeah, whether my body can take it, and this sort of thing. So again, there's a lot of things to consider. So again, it's just taking things gradually. Maybe might be another couple of years down the line yet before I'm in a position to do any sort of surgeries, perhaps. So we'll have to see on that, how that all goes. Anyway, so I hope if you found this helpful and useful for those people who are transitioning, and those people who, you know, want to go ahead but don't be in a hurry to transition at all. Don't be in a hurry. Take it gradually, especially if you're young as well. I know you want to do things tomorrow, sort of thing. You don't want to wait around. You know, I want to get on with it. I want to get on with it. I want to do it. You know, yeah, just take your time though. I mean, if you're young, you've got plenty of time ahead of you to go ahead with this and do things. So there's no rush at all. And if you're in your teens, of course, yeah, you've got time on your side. So again, just take things gradually, and just sort of don't rush into things. Yeah, you'll find that I think, like they say, you know, they say the best things come to all those who wait. They say so. Yeah, so I've waited quite a while anyway. So anyway, we'll hopefully I'll keep you posted on how we go, and of course. So hopefully this should be, I think I'll get this video out fairly soon. I've got one on the scarecrows in Alton Stanton coming out, and also there's one around Norwich as well I did the other day, and also there's going to the Trans Pride event in Norwich as well, which is in June as well. So that may, so by the time you've watched this video, I'll probably either be there or may have filmed that. So anyway, we'll see anyway. So anyway, thanks all for watching, and see you all soon. Okay, bye. Thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you've really enjoyed it, and please remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to get notifications for future videos.